Enjoy the book, and then in the back of the book there's a CD, so you can play it on her singing. Okay, next one. Hiya. Look at your hat. So what's your name? But it was so exciting, and I was so thrilled that the library bought the books to give away, and the kids' faces, they were really really enjoying the story, weren't they? It was a very enjoyable event, and nice to see kids that want to be illustrators as well. So.
Oh yeah, I'm going to stand over here 1 second, okay? Then you're going to go next. There you go, right here. You're going to stand next to Liz. Turn it around so we can see the dog. Okay, wow. Okay, good job. Hey, that's it.
Broadway Barks is a charity that's run by Bernadette Peter and Mary Tyler Moore in Manhattan, and they fundraise for homeless dog and cat shelters in Manhattan, and find hundreds of homes for these animals through an event that happens in July called Broadway Barks, and all the famous Broadway actors and actresses come up on stage and host the event and hold the dogs, and the audience take dogs home. They find a dog they fall in love with and they take the dog home. And she also funds a lot of the shelters. And this book came about because she herself has a dog called Kramer, and she felt she wanted to write a children's book, and a song came out of the writing of the children's book, and she's been on tour throughout America, and the book, I'm delighted to say, got through to the New York Times bestseller list, and she has done very well and has raised quite a bit of money for the charity. So who's this for?
Dorothy, the D-O-R-O-T-H, brought all the grandchildren with her today.
I'm so glad you could come. It's lovely to meet you. My role in this is purely on the creative visual side. So I'm presented with a manuscript from the publisher who edits down and gives me a breakdown of page by page of what words go on, and then we develop that as we're developing the character. But really I don't have a lot to do with the wording. It's up to me to come up with the visual side of it, and we might edit it together, but really she just completely leaves the visual up to me. So I just go away and paint and draw, and then come back and show her my roughs, and we do thumbnails, and we pan the book out and design it, and then it goes a bit larger in pencil sketches, and then we'll go to colour. So it's a fun process, not one that I was trained in. As Rae Matilda said, I was trained as a graphic designer, and very much wanted to be an illustrator when I left art college, or during art college, but I needed to get a job that paid, and illustration doesn't pay very well, unfortunately. So I became a graphic designer and worked in London for 10 years and dreamt of being an illustrator one day, and then much to my delight when I got here, I contacted this publisher that had seen my work probably about 4 years prior, and it turns out that they're only about 6 miles away from my house. They saw my work in Arizona, so it was very fortuitous, and they were delighted when I contacted them, and are throwing manuscripts at me left, right and centre, which is amazing. I can't keep up with the amount of work that they give me. So I feel very, very blessed to be doing it. I also have a brand of kids products that I design, plates and growth charts and products for kids called goodnightmoonkids.com, and that's an internet site, and it's sold to various stores throughout America. So I'm doing what I love doing, looking after my children and painting.
Everything. just want to...
I see.
The purpose of doing the event, because we like to bring new authors in. We love when the author writes a book, especially a children's book, and I read it and I find that, wow, this is fun, so they're going to read it. But new faces, I brought in other authors under the same circumstances, presented their books, and we gave it away. But it's an event for children and parents of all ages.
I love that.
Thank you, sir. Okay.
She spelled that for me. I never got that right. Thanks for coming. Here we go. Okay, so who's this for? There is still talk about this becoming an animation. Whether or not that will ever happen, I don't know. But my illustrations are done with collage and acrylic, and I mix media. I like a lot of texture, and I get very messy when I'm doing it.
And I guess the good thing about this is that it's really a good cause, a positive cause, so it has like a lot of legs when it comes to that issue.
Yeah.
I mean, so I guess...
And that's now been her main ambition, Bernadette Peters, is to look after dogs and cats. And so anything that raises money for this great charity is very close to her heart. So, you know, she's really at the forefront of pushing this whole book side of things forward. So I'm glad to be online with that one.